What is up, geeks, and welcome to the Geek Man Cave. And today we're doing a product review. I've just received 2 more Eagle Moss figures, and they're looking pretty mean on the shelf behind me. So let's find out which ones I got. What is up, guys? So issue 30 is Ronan the Accuser from Guardians of the Galaxy. And another sweet looking figure, guys. The detail here is pretty slick. I'm loving the armor. I love all the Thor figures from Asgard and all the Guardians of the Galaxy. I find the armor really, really nice. They always have really nice, like, cross-stitch effect, giving that, like, chainmail kind of effect. And the paint job is always really, really slick. So as you can see, he's using his typical pose from the movie on the front cover of the magazine as well, holding his hammer. The detail again, really nice. I love the paint as well. It's almost a metallic, coppery, silver effect that really, really, really does it justice. And I'll be honest, guys, when I watched the movie the first time, I didn't really notice this insignia on his chest. It's almost like blood, and it really brings out the colour, especially with that contrast of the black and the blue as well. I was quite surprised they didn't put a little tiny Infinity Stone inside his hammer. That would have been pretty mean. But he's still an intimidating, wicked-looking figure. Good scale, too. We'll have a little look at the scale compared to the other Guardians, too. Nice, solid figure as well. That hammer's not going anywhere soon. Loving the eyes. It almost looks quite Saturday morning cartoon anime-style eyes. But it works really well. Look at that detail on the chest. Really nice. And the armor looks really battle worn and scuffed. There's little tiny scratches on it as well. Lovely. So let's compare him up with some of the other figures. So here he is with Peter Quill, Guardians of the Galaxy. And I love the fact that when you put them up close together, it looks like Peter Quill's giving him a quick blast to the face. I love it. I like the fact that you've got Star-Lord isn't as tall. A lot of the Guardians, besides Groot, are doing their pose where they're kneeling in front. So he gives him this menacing because he's standing up straight. You can see here with Gamora as well. Watch out for that sword. Easy. They're all quite low down. Just getting Drax. Nice. And not only scale to size, but like the muscle density as well. They really, really get close comparison to the movies. I really like that. So let's get the little dude in. I gotta say, this is still one of my favourite figures of all time. The detail on Rocket is wicked. Look out, Ronan. He's gonna blast your hammer and take your Infinity Stone. Sweet, and we just got the big guy left. I am Groot. So as far as you can see that Groot isn't much taller than Ronan, so he really dominates over the other Guardians, which I think works really well. So, let's bring the whole team together. And there they are, the Guardians of the Galaxy set. So I forgot to add in Nebula as well. She's there too. I really like these figures all together, guys. I think they really work well as a set. I think I'm going to build my plinth around them. Missing Yondu now and some Nova Corps too. But overall, really happy with this figure, guys. He's a great one to add to your collection. Now, moving on to issue 31. This is Iron Man Mark 46 from Captain America Civil War. Now, I've got mixed feelings on this figure, guys. A lot of people have been saying about the paint job, how it's a very matte colour, and it does look a matte colour. And I will be honest, I do prefer the paint job on the original issue 1 Iron Man suit. But again, this character, he is a really good character. The pose, half and half. I like the fact that he's going for that chest blast, omni beam style. But the problem is, and this could be just a pet peeve of mine, a bit OCD, that his foot is very far over the pedestal, which drives me mad because I like them on there. It's the same style as Iron Patriot was the same. Wasn't too bad with Black Panther, but Iron Patriot was the same. His foot was very far over the edge, and I just found it a bit. I just probably just me being nitpicky. The detail on this one, guys, is really good, but I find the detail on the back of the figure is better than the detail on the front, because it shows off a lot more of the silver and the gold on the back. If you have a little look now, you can see down the side you've got a nice silver and a nice gold here, and the back, if you see, there's a lot more detail with that silver, and looks really good. You've got all the bolts and nuts and everything as well, behind his chest and behind his backbone and up towards his neck. It's really nice. And from that angle, I think he looks slick. I think that's the angle I'm going to have him pose it. It almost looks like he's going to fight with Captain America, so those two will look quite nice together as well. So you can see again, the feet here, it's almost too red at the bottom. There's like little tiny gaps where you can see there's bolts and stuff, and you really think that they would have painted these silver as well to bring out the boots. I'd have to have a little look at the suit in a bit more detail, but you can see it's all red, which I think doesn't do it much justice. I think you could fill in those details with a bit of silver, really bring it out. And like I said, there you can see his little foot sticking over the edge, and from that angle it almost feels like he's leaning too far this side and he's almost going to fall over. And I always like to pose the characters. You can even see underneath all the detail under his arm and everything. It's really, really good. But the way he's posing, it kind of keeps that away. I always try to pose the characters with the Marvel insignia at the front, the symbol facing forward. But this one, I think I'm going to turn to the side a bit more. I think I like him. He's growing on me, guys. He is a figure that grows on you. I think he look pretty slick with my other armors. So I think what we're left to do now is let's check him out with some of the other suits. So here's a little comparison with issue 1. Like I said, you can see that the original Iron Man suit is a more metallic, shiny gloss finish to the red. And I think it just looks much better on the suits. It gives it that more metallic feel. I know the suit is more matte coloured when you see it in the film, but I just think that it looks better, that kind of shine. I think his suit really stands out of all of them. Same way that the chrome really stands out on Ant-Man. You can see there, it just doesn't look as... It almost looks dull, and it reminds me of the paint job from Iron Patriot was the same. It's almost like a dull... not that it cheapens the figures, but I just think they could have used a better paint job. Or better colours, to say, not paint job. They look nice side to side, though, fair play. I do like the two separate poses. Let's get Captain America in it. Now, I've got a bit of a pet peeve, because even though these two look fab that way, and they're posing in, and he's blocking it that way, I prefer Iron Man's pose the other side. So you cannot see a good Captain America face. I'll show you the other side now, because like I said, I prefer him that way. And if I have Captain America this way, it just blocks his face off, and it's just a bit... Oh, why'd you do that for? So here we have all the suits together, and it's looking pretty mean together, guys. Pretty slick set. Like I said, you can see how similar he is to the Iron Patriot paint job. It's more of a dull matte finish, but that's the style they were going for. I still prefer the original Iron Man issue 1 suit, but I hope you like this figure. He's definitely one worth picking up, especially if you want all the Iron Man suits. So let's just finish off, guys, by having a look at the full collection. If you like this video and want to see more from Marvel Movie Collection and other things geek, please hit that subscribe button. Remember, guys, your cave, your rules.